Sebelum menonton jangan lupa like and share di channel Amigo ya. Thank you guys. Wah wah wah.
It's an overworked word, but there's no other way to describe Nick Vujicic. He really is inspiring. Nick was born without arms or legs. And when he tells the story of his birth, the shock, the confusion suffered by his parents, he'll have you in tears. Growing up wasn't all that much fun either. So how did this poor little Aussie kid do so well? Become school captain, go to uni, get a double degree, and set himself up in a really great job? That's the story we're about to tell. A message of hope that's helped teenagers all over the world cope with their problems. A message you'll never forget.
You should jump in, mate.
Nick Vujicic was born with no legs and no arms.
I'm going out on a limb. What do you want?
But he's sure got plenty of guts.
This is scary right here, mate. This is where you gotta have guts. Or you're a bit crazy. 10. Nice, mate. Thank you very much. You're a generous judge.
This 25-year-old Australian is climbing over every obstacle life puts in front of him, and he's doing it with style.
You really can do anything, can't you?
There's no harm in believing so.
Everybody's going through something. You know, we're all going through something, just my pain is a bit more visible than yours or somebody else. When that clicked, it was like a light bulb when, you know, just flashed in my brain. I'm like, hey, now life I see as an opportunity. This circumstance, there's got to be something good.
No arms, no legs.
No worries, mate.
So do you see yourself as a disabled person?
I know I have no arms, no legs, but the definition of disability is something stopping you from being able to do something. In my life, there's hardly anything I've found that I can't do.
Even golf?
Even golf.
I think we're getting a bit out of control here.
Should I take over?
No.
There you go.
Nick is an inspiration, with a phenomenal passion for life that's intoxicating for everyone who meets him.
Nice. Give me 5, man. I feel like I'm enjoying life and my life more than the average person out there. That I'm achieving more things than the average 25-year-old. It's great. I'm fulfilling my dreams, man.
Those dreams brought Nick to America 18 months ago. In a short time, he's become a smash hit as a preacher and motivational speaker.
Welcome, Nick Vujicic.
The secret to his success here is his Aussie accent and the ability to laugh at his lot in life.
Yeah, when you see me from the outside of a vehicle, you have no idea that I have no limbs. And we're at the traffic lights and this car comes up next to us and this girl is looking at me. So I look at her, she looks at me and I'm like, cool, let's have some fun here. I grab the seatbelt in my mouth and I loosen it like this. And then in the car seat, I just did this. And she was like, it was awesome.
Humour underpins everything for you. Humour in your message.
You know, if I start feeling sorry for myself, then I know that if I've got a sad face, I'm a poor guy, you know. But if they see a guy, you know, who's able to joke about himself, you know, it's good to laugh once in a while, mate. It's a good relief. It's really, I mean, to be able to laugh at life, that's what I've found that I can now accomplish. There were many times I couldn't do that.
Nick was born in Melbourne in 1982, the long-awaited first child of Boris and Dushka Vujicic.
When I was born, the doctors held me low enough so she couldn't see me as soon as I was born, and she heard me cry. But obviously she saw a worried look in the doctor's face. He went pale. My dad looked over And, you know, his face colour changed as well. And my mum's like, what? What's going on? What happened?
It's a question that's never been answered. Nick's birth confounded the doctors then and still does.
So this was never detected on ultrasounds?
Correct.
Your mum medication while she was pregnant with you?
No medication. Wasn't thalidomide. That was a decade before I was born. And so she knew all about that. She didn't even take Panadol or any painkillers while she had a headache, and not a touch of anything else that might harm her pregnancy.
It took a while for your parents to accept their baby boy like you are.
Yes. I mean, I couldn't imagine the shock, the grief, the natural feelings of guilt, anger, confusion.
It sounds like a period of mourning almost for them.
Oh, it was.
When you were born.
For about 4 months. It was hard. You know, when I was born, my mum didn't even get flowers from anybody. You know, you get a firstborn son, no one sent any flowers. Yeah.
But despite his lack of limbs, Nick was a perfectly healthy baby, and with sheer will, he adapted to everyday life. It's that same perseverance and imagination that drives him today.
That foot of yours is amazing.
Isn't it? I mean, without it, I'm so thankful for this little thing. You know, one day I broke it.
Really?
I sprained it. I didn't break it, but I was playing soccer one day. I sprained my foot. I couldn't walk in it for 3 weeks. Talk about feeling disabled.
And I suppose having that foot also at least gives you something I take for granted, is a sense of touch and feel.
This is true. It's true. Because I think because I have less body surface, my skin is more sensitive than other people's. And yeah, it definitely gives me that sense of touch as well, for sure. It's quite funny, having half the blood volume in my body, everything hits me twice as hard as well. So if it's sugar, caffeine, or alcohol, it hits me twice as hard. So.
Whiling away some time on the water gives Nick a sense of control and independence.
You good?
Very good. Very impressive.
Look at that! That is perfect!
Well done.
That's all right, eh?
Yep. Be able to drive a Manly ferry soon.
It's something he's always craved. As a teenager, he was determined to do things his way to lighten the burden on his parents. These days, his life is so busy, he's had to employ a full-time carer to speed up the process.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you very much.
But he doesn't need anyone to help him with his emails.
Do you pray for arms and legs?
Every now and then I do. I do pray for arms and legs. You know, I do have faith that God can, right now, in front of us, just, come down with his light or whatever, and bang, I have arms and legs. But the joy of having no limbs and being able to be used in such a unique way and powerful way for people, like, you can't give me any amount of money to even consider taking a magical pill to have arms and legs right now.
I'm here tonight to tell you this, that no matter who you are, no matter what you are going through, that God knows it, he's with you, and he's going to pull you through.
Nick's disability has become his drawcard. On the spiritual circuit, his ministry, Life Without Limbs, is now one of the biggest shows in town. So far, he's visited 14 countries and spoken to 2 million people.
6 years ago, you were speaking to 300 Year 10 students at a school in Brisbane.
That's right.
What's the biggest crowd you've spoken to today?
Now 110,000 people. Yeah, that was in India. It was incredible. Talk about nervous. My palms were sweaty. It was just...
Your palms were sweaty.
But it was amazing.
And how many people did you hug that night of the 110,000?
We did it because I know they would probably take me home and I couldn't say anything about it.
But you love hugging, don't you?
I love hugs, yeah.
You can't shake hands.
No, I think it's a waste of time. I love hugs. I mean, I think it's a great icebreaker as well, and it's my way of physically connecting with people. Can I give you a hug? Hugs first.
The day I joined Nick at a Los Angeles church, I witnessed the impact he has.
Give me a hug. Love you.
What are the people in this very, very long queue wanting to tell you, and what are they saying?
Sometimes they actually open up and tell me the deepest of secrets of
just they feel comfortable around me, and to share just what their brokenness is in their life.
And what do the kids say to you?
Oh, they love the jokes. They they touch my little foot down here, and we give high fives and give me some skin sort of thing. But the kids, I love the humor, and they just it's a wow thing as well. But I think a lot of teenagers are deeply touched. It matters how you're going to finish. Are you going to finish strong?
His appeal to teenagers caps a remarkable turnaround from his school years, a time where he was ridiculed and tormented and suicidal.
There was one day I remember when I was 6 years old, I had a very, very hard day at school. And I just, hear their voices echoing in my mind, at night. And I got up out of my bed, I looked in the mirror and said, okay, Nick, I'm talking to myself. I'm saying, Nick, what do you have that is good, that no one can change, that no one can argue with? And I just wanted something, just give me something to hold on to. There's got to be something good about me. And I looked myself in my eyes and I said, hey, you got some good looking eyes.
That you do.
Thank you.
So your eyes are your limbs in a way. When you look at evangelists, they talk like this, don't they? Do you use your eyes to talk?
That's what they say about the eyes. The eyes are the windows to your soul. And when they see love resound in your eyes and they see that there's something different about you, not just your smile, but there's this joy in your eyes, this sparkle, this passion for living. It's contagious. And all of a sudden, people are jealous of a man without arms and legs. And that spins me out.
When you first meet Nick, you can be forgiven for feeling a bit awkward.
Jeez. How heavy are you? How heavy? He's so funny.
34.
But it takes only a moment for him to embrace you and put you at ease.
I love you, Peter.
As for romance, well, he's dated a few girls, but at the moment, he's a single man. He hopes the future will bring marriage and more.
I'll put him on the drive.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Kids one day?
Absolutely. Yeah, medically, I can have kids. Well, I'm not going to be pregnant, but yeah. But I see kids definitely in my life. Yeah, I can't wait to be a father.
What do you look forward to most if you can be a dad, or when you become a dad?
We're going to be able to hug and play, but I think it's just going to be a crazy day, me walking my daughter down the aisle. Yeah, that's going to be so precious.
Take me as you find me, all my fears and failures.
When he was born, it was considered a disaster. Shock for the doctors, confusion and grief for his parents.
Everything I believe in.
But what Nick Vujicic has achieved so far in his life is truly inspirational. His story touched me, and he hopes to tell it to many, many more.
Thank you.
I want to reach the world. I really do. As many as possible. And I'll do this till the day I die, mate. I know it.
Really?
Yep. Yes.
You want to speak to millions and millions and millions?
Yes.
Well, I love how you dream big.
Why not, mate? That's the message. If a man without arms and legs is dreaming big, why can't we? Why can't we all?
Hello, I'm Liam Bartlett. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.